Each day I walk in, I wonder if it's a bad idea. But here's the thing. Welcome to the Mike and the Mountain, by the way. I'm Brian Gary.
Scott Cisco.
So glad to have you with us today. And I want to start off by just talking about kindness. And just this wave that's kind of hit me. I don't want to get all preachy and turn this into a swarm fest, getting all smarmy or whatever you want to call it. But I have just...
Put the tail down there.
I've had a change in my vision lately.
Yeah.
Where it was, I had, one of those weeks where it's like, you finally just find yourself on your knees.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
It's a good place, man.
Yeah, well.
We all dread it.
No, we do.
We dread it.
We do. But, I'm going to be the first one to admit, sometimes you get to that point where you try to take everything yourself and you just, no, I need some kind of sign direction. I need, give me something or show me something.
Right.
And what came to me was, look around you, dude. It's already there.
It's there.
You're looking at the wrong stuff.
What?
You know what I mean?
But you're looking at the right stuff.
That's
I'm the right stuff. I got the right stuff.
You do, because you bring it on a daily basis, which I try to do. But I tell you, I get to be in awe sometimes, hanging with you.
Oh, come on.
No, I want to say you get to see this side of them and you think, it's all crazy all the time and all this. But it's the things that happen when you're not looking. I've been riding with Scott where, you pull up on the side of an off-ramp and there's somebody there holding a sign. And at the time, you might not have the money to give them, but you always have words of encouragement to give. And I've seen this. I've seen Scott stop and just spread some kindness and stop people in their tracks, because it seems like such a foreign gesture to genuinely reach out and try to see how somebody's feeling or try to make them feel good. And it's something that all of us have within us, but is so missing in this society, in this selfish nature that we all get caught up in, is just how easy it is to make somebody's day with a small gesture of kindness. And I just want to start with a hats off to you, brother, because
Thanks,
you inspire me to do that more and more. I've always felt that I've been good at that, and I try to do that. But I see you go even an extra mile than that extra mile I think I go.
Right.
And you do it effortlessly and not asking for anything in return. But you get things in return when you see that look on people's face. I mean, I want to talk just a little bit about the blessings you felt this week. It has been to see this guy get lit up because skunks are having sex again. It's
Yes,
just,
they are.
I think it's just happy anybody is. At least I am. But
Well, Valentine's Day, February is always hump month,
But-
not date, month.
now, as we think of Valentine's Day, a time to exchange gifts and do that kind of thing with the ones
Yes.
you love, Scott starts thinking, skunks
Pepe
are
Le
going to be
Pew.
doing it about, and things just blew up lately. You have been going buck wild on these things,
my
man.
gosh, man. Skunks are lit up, man. I mean, I was just at a client's house and I got down on the ground and I stuck my head in there and I was like, whoo, she's getting close. And the dude goes, you did not just stick your head in there and smell and say she's getting close. Listen, you got to do this a couple thousand times. It ain't right. That's my nickname, ain't right.
Ain't right.
Ain't
I thought
right.
it was climate change.
Well, it is. Depends on the day.
Okay.
Depends on the day. Nah, man. Dude, I love what I do. It's my passion. It's all I know how to do, man. Is just inspire, bring joy, happiness, smell some skunk butt once in a while. I mean, this is my month. This is where it begins, man. That smell, the effervescent smell of Pepe Le Pew. I mean, it's just a glorious thing. That's the smell of my money, baby. That's the smell of my money.
But it reminds me of, you go in and people have no idea it's not just the critter situation that's about to get solved.
Right.
Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer, what I always love about watching him is he goes in and knows that, this dog problem is generally 95 or 96% human.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yep.
is what comes through. And the
It is.
amount of times that I see you when you go out and you visit with a client, you solve their wildlife problem or you educate them on the
Yep.
situation. But what they get out of just the experience of you being there and what you speak into them
Right.
is really, really cool. Because
That's what it's about, man.
people tend to open up to you for
Yeah.
some reason.
I don't know.
I
why.
don't, you know.
I mean, call me the doctor.
No, I don't
can-
know what
you
it
know,
is
I don't
because,
either.
like my
I don't
dad
either.
said, you look like the least likely person to sit down and talk to.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Right. No. And until your dad got to know me after finding out about me and
Your mom, yeah. I knew that was coming, you asshole. You are an asshole.
I love your mama. I love you, daddy, too. I love you, daddy. No, it's fun, man. I tell you, the skunks have fired up, and we've been shut down from COVID and politics, and it's just been a crazy world. Everybody's so consumed with everything that's being thrown at us on social media, on the news, that sometimes we forget. We forget. You know, I went to a house, a gal called me up, and she said, there's a rabbit on my roof, and I think a raccoon's trying to drag it in a hole. Well,
There's a rabbit on the person's roof.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask her how fast you think that rabbit was running when he jumped to land up on your roof. but I didn't ask that. But I love to see what people's perspective is, because again, wildlife has taken such a back seat. And I already know, because I have removed thousands, and I do mean thousands, of raccoons out of attics and chimneys. Never have I seen food inside the nesting area for raccoons. Never. It could happen. I'm not saying it couldn't. None of mine. They don't take their food into the den because that'll call in other predators, such as male raccoons that happen to love, like the lions, go in, massacre, and kill the juveniles to put her back in heat for their bloodline. They want their dominant bloodline. So there's a lot of the same characteristics. And again, it's understanding nature and being able to speak into these people's lives and be there on the site. The rabbit was up there hanging off the roof right under an eave. And I said, well, let me tell you what that is. That is a bird of prey. They're hearing
A rabbit
it at night.
is a bird of prey?
It's an owl that picked up the rabbit to take it up there to feed. And so hopefully after educating these people on this, hopefully they're going to get some pictures and send me some pictures along with the house and the rabbit that I already have, that I can link that to, and we can put it up on our Cisco MWE or something like that, that we can educate people on this. But dude, it's a wild world out there.
Well, let me speak for over 99% of the general population. If we look out on our roof and find a rabbit, seriously, this is Satan activity right there.
Right,
I mean,
right,
right. Dead rabbits are falling
yeah.
from the sky. What did you do, honey?
Hey,
You know,
the gangs of New York.
Yeah.
Gangs into the dead
But
rabbits.
nobody's gonna. I mean, nobody looks
And
out
I
and
get
goes,
it,
"Oh,
man.
there's a rabbit on the roof. Must be a bird of prey. I bet that's an owl."
I get it. No, that's true. 90+%. But that's where we have CiscoMWE.com.
That's true.
Cisco
That's
MWE.
true.
This is going to be the outlet, man, that you folks are going to want to tap into to check it out. Now, we're adding to it all the time, so bear with us. If your situation ain't on there, please feel free to text us. Send us a message, man. I would love to get your questions and help you understand what's going on till we can fully get it in there on the website.
You know what I dig is, several times when I've been out with you on the job, just visiting with people and they want to give you gifts for being there. You know what I mean? It's like, it's one thing to pay you, but then all of a sudden, like I see you were sporting a bottle of hot sauce this morning. Does some old boy make his own hot sauce?
He
Was
does,
that a thing?
man. He does. And he's like, dude, I can't have that scent, skunk, in my hot sauce next year. And I'm like, why not patent that, man? Skunky, the skunky hot sauce, baby.
Yeah, baby
That's
Ray, take that,
wild.
baby Ray. Yeah.
I love it, man. That's the lick. That's the lick, man.
But
If that don't burn you, I don't know what will.
I'm telling you, you are a TV show waiting to happen because it's the people you run into and their
Right.
interaction with you and what,
Oh, it's unbelievable. And I love it. I absolutely love it, man. It's to be back out in the field. And yeah, I'm dealing with the animals. That's cool. But man, I love the people They had this little boy, man, that he was out there with his binoculars looking up. Mr. Critter Getter, I think there's a hole right there. I said, well, man, let me check it out. And I'm shucking and jiving this little kid. And I says, hey, man, let me show you what the Critter Getter does. I went to the truck and I grabbed my beaver hat and my beaver gloves. I dressed this little cat up in it, man, and he was happy, man. Matter of fact, I told him about our videos. We got a beaver relocation video on Cisco MWE. Mm-hmm. And I talked to her last night, and she said they've been watching our videos. They've been watching the podcast. They love us. We love you guys, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of this. I mean, this is what it's all about, man. Bringing it.
Oh, there's no question. I can't wait for everyone to see it on a bigger scale, because seriously, I would love for everyone to get to ride along and just experience what we get to experience with people.
Wouldn't that be cool?
It would.
I mean, and you've been there.
Oh, that's
Your
what I'm
testimony,
saying.
man. You was on the river with me crying.
I was.
Chunking rocks in the river, baby.
I was. I felt it.
Oh, man, come on.
No, I'm feeling things. Dude, I thought I experienced about everything a man could experience in my, 30 years in the entertainment business and, doing shows and meeting everybody you could ever meet and traveling around the country and doing these kind of things. None of that prepared me for this. I mean, I would like to think it did in some way, but this is such a different level of getting to interact with people and getting to feel what is out there. These are all the feels that I was missing being trapped inside, in an office looking out a window. To actually be outside of that window and feeling all there is to feel. I'm telling you, if you need a cure if you're feeling depression, and so many people are feeling it right now, and I get it, man. I understand it. But one of the greatest things you can do is get up and get your ass moving every day, because you can sit there and just lay in your funk. You're just laying it. But if you get out, it's amazing. As hard as it is to get up, because, man, sometimes just taking the steps is the hardest thing, to just get moving a little bit. And I'm talking even running an errand, doing anything, getting off your ass and getting outside and breathing. But when you can go out and you can go for a walk and you can hear nature and you can feel it. You can really get away. And yeah, Scott says listen, and that's what's right on, because I heard things I had never heard before.
And they've always been there,
They
man.
have, but I didn't notice them.
No,
I didn't notice them.
No. I mean, seriously, when was the last time you could say that you got to tickle my tail? Go ahead, give it a little tickle.
Oh, unfortunately, I can say that happens every week.
Brian's a good tickler, man. Brian know how to tickle some alligator tail, baby. It's all about
I brought a little bug with me. Now, that's a big ladybug, but it looks like the size of a cicada.
Cicadas.
Now, we were talking about that a little bit last podcast, that you're hearing this could be almost like biblical in a sense.
Yes.
It's big time cicada presence this spring.
Right. So I was getting right in my office. Yeah. And started chanting and talking to the gods.
Of course.
And
yeah, of course.
And no, but it's on one of the pages I follow on Facebook. Science, big time science. I mean, a lot of this stuff I would like to repost, but people are not gonna get it. I mean, one of the funny little jokes I got to tell you real quick is the joke was a guy goes to hell and he asks the devil. He says, "Do you don't happen to have Wi-Fi?" And the devil said, "Yeah, we got Wi-Fi." And he's like, "You got to be kidding me! Wi-Fi in hell? This isn't going to be near as bad as I thought." And he said, "What's the code for your Wi-Fi? The password?" And he said, "Pi." 3.14. I mean, this goes on for eternity. I would repost that, but who's gonna Pi? You know what I mean? But I follow that kind of psychopath stuff. I mean, that jives with what's going on in my head. And the cicadas this year are going to make a biblical comeback, is what they're saying. And, cicadas, I've known them. Being a southern boy down south, man, we called them skeeters. Because when it was hot out, man, them skeeters were singing and going.
Oh, they're
down.
loud. Oh, they're loud.
And here over the last couple of years, we're hearing them more and more here. And maybe this is part of the desertification we were talking about, not what you get from Applebee's. 1/5 of the planet, the land on planet's actually turning to desert because of the deforestation, the pesticides, all the things we're doing. And we are all guilty. It is not the meat eaters. It is not the hunters. It's the vegetarians. It's all
We're
of
all
us.
playing a part.
We are a part. So let's stop the accusing and going on, and let's realize what things are going on. Let's be, we talked about this the other day, man. Organic. You love that?
Yeah.
You love that word?
Yeah.
I've created a new word.
Which is?
It's nanorganic.
Nanorganic?
Nanorganic.
Just
Because
so
there's nothing organic anymore. There's nothing organic. We have been corrupting planet Earth and the soil and everything. The seeds now. The seeds. I've got a farmer buddy right over here. The corn. His corn comes already encrypted with pesticide. I had no idea. So that he doesn't have to spray it as much for things that come in and eat his corn. So don't tell me it's organic. Okay, it's nanorganic. Everything's nanorganic. There ain't no organic. But the cicadas are coming back. And I hate cicadas because when cicadas are out, them mosquitoes are out sawing on their legs like they do, it's hot.
That's exactly
It's
it
hot.
equals hot.
It equals hot. And I'm not about no desertification. I'm about Antarctification.
Well, let's talk about my kind of desertification, and that is the kind that's after the meal. Is there anything you can make out of cicadas?
Well, it's going to be nanorganic.
Okay. I can deal
That
with
used
that.
to be one of our favorite meals down south. And tell me if you ate
Cicada?
No, fried skeeter peters and stuffed guppy butts. Now, I took a whole lot of them, but man, it was delicious.
Wow.
It was nanorganic.
Love that chicken from Popeyes. I'll take that over that anytime. That's no, thank you. You were talking about Wi-Fi in health, this kind of thing, but it just made me think this has nothing to do with any of that other than Wi-Fi's in it, but one of my favorite stories, I had a friend whose daughter was a waitress at Perkins.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And they had a sign on the window that said free Wi-Fi. All right. And
Wi-Fi.
couple of old gals came in there and they had sat down and had their pie and their coffee and their breakfast. And then they said to the waitress when they went to leave, they said, "We never got our free Wi-Fi." And
God,
thought it was some item, like a hair bonnet or something.
Right.
It said I was going to get a free Wi-Fi in here.
Well, what does Wi-Fi mean in your world? Is that kind of like a Snuggie?
It might be. Yeah, I gave him a Wi-Fi. That was it. Well, I'm counting on James, by the way, behind the controls over there. I have two grandsons that have been trapped in an Xbox-less world for the last couple of weeks, which means no Fortnite, no nothing.
Dude, you want to see kids change. I mean, tell me about, if they was trying to find something to just end it, right? Because, Xbox, PlayStation, that's the world right now. That's the world
It
right
is, and then I gave them each an Etch-a-Sketch.
Dude, no, you didn't.
No, I did, I went and got my old school Nintendo.
Oh,
with all the old games, like the Mario Brothers ones, like the Legend of Zelda, Galaga, and all these. And
come on, man.
Broke that out, and now they've been in heaven playing my old school games. The Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Oh, yeah.
Those things. Yeah. They've been loving it.
Listen, Space Invaders is what made the Critter Getter.
Did you
know
play
how
a lot
to get
of that?
out of the way of critters coming at you playing the Space Invaders, man.
So that's where you learn some of your skills?
Especially in an attic full of bats.
That's that Space Invaders comes
Space
in handy?
Invaders, yes.
Now, I lost it when I think Nintendo moved up. When it got into more Xbox and so forth, I've never really picked it up and played.
Right.
I kind of got lost out of that world. But I don't think it would be that hard for me to play because I was just reading Elon Musk, who does some crazy shit.
Dude, he's off the hook. I mean, that cat is cool.
I mean, he
cool.
is one bizarre man, without a doubt, but brilliant.
Absolutely.
He has announced that scientists at his Neuralink startup have successfully given a monkey a wireless brain implant that lets it play video games through the power of thought. Elon says, quote, he looks totally happy. So they put an implant in a monkey so that he can play video games.
I'm thinking I need one of these.
That's what
just with the new world.
It can be done.
I mean, do that to a caveman and let's see what,
See,
I like that.
I picture there's been
might like
skits
that.
on Saturday Night Live of guys who jump into a video game, like where a bunch of guys are playing.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
you jump in and you're just the worst freaking player on the
yeah.
planet,
Oh,
and all the
yeah.
guys are. Have you ever had that happen?
Oh, no.
Have you been playing, James?
No.
Do you ever play where you have guys jump in and play along with you?
All the time, yes.
And do you ever get a really horrible player jump in?
Oh, yeah. Sam, I'm calling you out on this one. But, yeah, no, we get those players from time to time. But here's the thing, though. Most people get ticked off about that, right? You know, you're on a good vibe and someone comes in, knocks you down and all this stuff. For me, it's a great challenge because it's how I improve my skills. Because I'm thinking, you know, if he's doing this, what do I got to do to counter that?
Right.
And after about 15 minutes of trying, I'm like, all hope is lost for humanity. No, there ain't no way of helping this, but yeah.
Welcome to every podcast. That's the way I feel about 15 minutes into it.
Come on, baby. Dude, I will set up a bounce pad, bounce up, rain down like a C-130 on you in your box.
I don't know what any of that means. Bring it on.
What's even scarier, Brian, is that he actually used legit terminology.
Yeah, that was legit.
It was
legit.
something I heard. I don't know what it means
Wow.
either.
Wow.
I just know, yeah.
I don't even know you
Being
anymore.
the Fortnite connoisseur that I'm not.
Hey,
Well, I'm curious here. Let's the connoisseurs of the wildlife and stuff here, guys. And get on technology. I want to divert here, just change gears for a minute. NASA, in the past week, February 18th, landed the Perseverance rover on Mars.
I've got that written. That was my next thing on my list,
This one's
believe
mine,
it or not.
Brian. This one's mine. But yeah, no. So they finally landed it. It took about 7 months of travel time for that mission to complete because they started this back in like July of 2020, which unfortunately COVID kind of just overshadowed that whole project.
Right.
That was a big thing.
Right.
But it finally landed. But guess how long it takes for a transmission from Mars to Earth to start seeing pictures? How long do you think that signal takes?
I thought I heard somewhere that it could be like 8 or 9 years.
What? No, because we already got some pictures, right?
Yeah, we've already got
Yeah,
pictures.
they've
Oh, we
already
got pictures. Maybe
pictures.
I'm thinking of the core
You think like
samples of the.
Voyager and like the 30-year-old,
Voyager, yeah.
Voyager, the old
Yeah.
school probes where they're over by Pluto and stuff. No, 11 minutes.
11
What?
minutes?
11 minutes and like 30 seconds or something crazy. But yes, 11
are you
minutes.
kidding
Because yeah,
me?
we've already received pictures from the rover already, which it's stellar footage, man.
Oh,
I think they already
dude.
got 6,000 plus photos of Mars right now with a couple of HD videos, man. Like, oh, dude, it's
Seriously,
beautiful.
I seen this picture of what looked like maybe a skeleton. I don't think it was, but dude, I'm like, I want to see more of this stuff on Mars, man. This looks legit, man. This
Yeah.
looks way cool. Way cool.
No, it's absolutely fascinating seeing the landing of it and just seeing the crew going crazy and, you know.
No, it was crazy the way the whole landing procedure worked, man, because it was a two-stage system, man. They basically had what, lack of a better word, a bus system, bring in the rover and stuff. The bus system...
Like Fortnite.
Yeah, right? But again, it's scary how you know this. And the system...
Did they thank the bus driver?
No,
I
this
always
one
do.
automated AI.
Oh, AI, okay.
Yeah, that's a whole different problem. But anyways, it came in, it hits a certain elevation before it releases the rover from a certain distance because they got to make sure, it's safe landing, dust clears, all that stuff. And then the bus actually takes off. And from my understanding, it goes in self-destruct mode.
No way.
To get away from the rover, to prevent any parts or anything of that nature from damaging the rover in that sense. So it's dude, the technology and stuff in this is just it's nutty. Wow. And Elon Musk, to bring this back to Elon Musk, is looking to have the first human travel by 2024.
Pick me. Send me to Mars, baby. Send me to Mars.
I don't even know if an uninhabited planet is ready for you.
Well, if you wanted to, Scott, there is a potential for you to go to Mars, actually.
I don't think I got that much money, man.
No, there's a sweepstake going on. They're trying to make this as much civilian as possible right now.
Really?
You guys may have seen the commercials without realizing it, and it's I can't remember exactly what the what team name they used for this one, but yeah, they've already got one person who's a private citizen who already
get out of here.
He paid quite a bit of change, both donating to SpaceX and to, I think, St. Jude's Hospital or something like that.
No way.
He split his donations up between the two, and he's got his ticket to go. They got a couple other civilians, and then they're running a sweepstake contest right now that you can go online and go find to see if you can get drawn to be the lucky winner to go to Mars in 2024.
I understand this dude's wife had a bake sale too, just to raise some money, just to make sure he left.
Right.
Right, yeah. That'd be my old lady, man. Yeah,
I saw a table set up out front.
Yeah,
I bought 4 cookies to help send you out of here. You want one?
Well, yeah, I want one. Oh, she wasn't selling my peanut
But
butter
I
bars.
actually did have. Do I not have Rover on Mars written
You
right
have
there?
Rover on Mars right
That's
there.
it. I'm a little. Here's the thing, though. Science has gotten carried away. If we can get. We get pictures back from Mars in like 11 and a half minutes, yet it still takes like 14 minutes to cook fried chicken. What the hell?
Okay, so funny thing about that.
You're talking to the techie.
Okay.
You're talking to the
Yeah,
techie.
it takes 14 minutes. Do you know why they haven't put too much technology into that yet, my friend?
No, tell me.
It's because they made a console gaming version of the KFC fryer to keep your chicken warm while you play your Fortnite video games.
No.
KFC actually has a legit computer that is an air fryer with a pull-out basket and everything that keeps all your chicken tenders
Shut
or chicken
the back
pieces
door.
warm as you're playing your video games. Kid you guys not on this one.
Wow.
So yeah, that's why your 14 minutes still 14 minutes. Because We've been working on the most important things.
Yeah, to hell with the Rover. I want to know more about this chicken thing, man.
What shocks me is I can pick just about anything on this page to blurt out, and one of y'all has got something to go with it.
Well, wait.
Let's test this again.
Okay.
All right. Scott, please tell me you have been nowhere near Hollywood in the last couple of weeks. Because this sounds like something you would do. Did you see what somebody had done there?
Okay, so those nude pictures were not me.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
apparently 6 people were arrested, so you got away,
Yes,
who
I did.
apparently went up and took the world-famous Hollywood sign and changed it to read Holly Boob.
No, sir.
Yeah,
Like, for real?
yeah.
For real?
They changed the W and the D to a B and a B. So the big sign said Holly Boob.
To follow up on that, Brian,
Yes, please do.
apparently with these snowstorms that's been rolling through this Arctic blast across the United States, some vigilantes, if you will, because I aspire to be them, are not that I've ever done this.
Right. You
They're
covered that
making
ass.
snowmen of inappropriate positions and things of people on benches and stuff. Such
I've
as
seen those.
the woman praying to her husband kind of thing, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
So, I think that may have stemmed from that whole thing as people are trying to make all these weird snowmen of inappropriateness.
So you're blaming Holly Boob on somebody making porn snowmen?
The way Americans been going these days, yes.
Yes, okay,
Yes, I do.
Listen, I can really respect the artistic ability of people, but man, keep it clean, man. Keep it clean, man. There's lots of ways to promote, like myself,
Excuse me, who is this
who
man
promote
next to
my
me?
artistic ability.
Brian, I'm slowly turning him down.
Keep it
He's slowly going off.
Thank you.
Yep, he's down
Thank
to
you
zero
very
now.
much.
No, that was
Because
my
I'm
clean
afraid-
message for the day. I'm done.
Well, no, I'm about to take you somewhere because
Oh,
my wife loves to read
Yes.
through. She reads through wildlife stuff every morning. She's
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at animal pictures. She's reading wildlife stories, and she's always like trying to find something that might trip my trigger or yours.
yeah.
Trip
it.
Okay.
Trip it.
She was reading about an outbreak of rabbit syphilis going through the rabbit community.
Syphilis?
Yes. Is this something that you are aware of or responsible for?
As clean as possible.
And yeah, I asked this question. Have you heard of this before? Are you pleading the fifth?
Yes. In accordance with my attorneys. What? Yes, I'm going to plead the fifth on this one.
Rabbit's out of the bag now, y'all.
No, I do know there's such a thing with sheep being too close to buffalo, wild buffalo, that syphilis can be transmitted through the. Now, it's not the same type of syphilis as.
No, don't
thinking.
look at me. I got a lot of things, but that ain't one of them that I'm carrying in my baggage.
Right.
I didn't know. I wondered where he would take it, but accusing me of having it wasn't one of the things.
I did not accuse you.
You were looking at where the salve should go.
Oh my God!
Right, so nothing on the rabbit syphilis. All right, what I'm saying is just beware of your rabbits out there.
Beware of your rabbits.
All right, another reason to talk to a professional when it comes to handling wildlife. They carry lots of diseases.
Or syphilis.
Some you may not expect.
Some humans may not even know what it is. Humans better call somebody. That gun.
Oh, man. Well, I was going to follow. I got a grape nut story, and I got a story about lasagna flavored toothpaste.
Huh?
Which some high-end chef has, to improve the dining experience or make it more unique.
Or make your teeth whiter?
He has put lasagna in a tube, minced it down and all the flavoring, and then you get a brush to go with it, and you do that, and it's got some kind of Parmesan wash that you do afterwards. And I'll bet you people are paying like, $80-90 for a meal.
So, follow-up question here.
Yeah, yes, please.
As this is going to be crazy, it's a legit question. How are you teaching these people not to swallow their toothpaste if you make it taste like lasagna?
Oh.
This is a very, very strong point. I don't know.
I'm always told you don't swallow the toothpaste because it can make you nauseated and, sick the stomach a little bit. But
wait, you're not supposed to swallow toothpaste?
Anyways, yeah.
There's a lot of... Scott ate a lot of glue, too, as a child.
I only used it for my hair. They did talk to
one customer who said, quote, "It might be a bit extreme for the purists to go this far." Yeah, you eat it with a sauce of liquefied Parmesan. Look at the tube. If that ain't just a squirt of crap out of there.
Well, yeah, that looks...
I think I've had that before.
I've seen that in diapers.
Yeah, that's right.
Years. I mean...
But why? Like, what? Why are you trying to make toothpaste taste like food?
Hey, that's a news
That's
break.
Because, dude,
It's
I
about
can
the
see the habit.
toothpaste.
Someone is legitimately eating lasagna. Next thing you know, they're just brushing their teeth with their fork here in the middle of the oh, shoot, this is not the toothpaste.
That's right. I don't know the purpose of it, but again,
Right.
people come up with things and people pay money for it.
I'd eat it.
I'd
eat it.
I've seen you with your spread.
Give it to
You
Critter.
just
He'll
about
eat
everything.
anything.
That's
Scott's
exactly
new
right.
to-go toothpaste.
Yeah. I
survival
take that on the
needs.
plane with me. It's my toothpaste, man. I need it.
Hey, now, do you ever eat grape nut cereal?
Used to, man. I loved.
Did you really?
I loved grape
Love
nut
it.
cereal, man.
You too, James?
Oh, I did the current. Yeah, it's great.
Oh.
My biggest problem is always remembering do not overfill that bowl.
Yeah.
That because
Yep.
the way that stuff expands with the milk, man.
Oh,
ooh,
yeah,
I've made some
dude.
mistakes in my lifetime.
See, we use that instead of great stuff to seal things in our home.
Oh yeah, good spackle.
Just put some
Good
grape nuts
spackle.
in there, add a little milk, and
Yeah.
it will seal up
Chinking
nicely.
on a log cabin. Just use grape nuts. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It keeps the critters away because we're the only ones who eat that stuff.
Well, that's true. Next thing you know, you come home and your wife's sawing on the wall.
Well, I just remember when we were kids, it was my brother's favorite cereal was grape nuts, and he liked to leave it in the bowl till it got a little soggy. But I remember the bowl tipping over, and the grape nuts, it was like a Jell-O mold.
Oh,
to where you could
God.
even read the brand of the bowl in the top of the imprint
Like
of
Silly
the cereal.
Putty.
Yeah, exactly. It
Oh,
was. But did you know that there has been a nationwide shortage of grape nuts?
In this day and age, it does not surprise me, man, because I'll bring up, too, there's been a shortage of filing folders, too, for taxes, for CPAs and stuff, too.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's because, with the demand of resources because of the COVID, one of the resources that have been taken because of mask and PPE stuff is paper. Because it's all been going to the mask and filters and ventilation stuff and all this stuff paper-wise. Papers themselves have been in a shortage too. So people who are doing tax, like with CPAs, are doing their tax returns, and they give you that fancy envelope, here's your taxes for the year kind of thing. They can't find that stuff anymore. Now, that's not detrimental to society today to not have those folders.
No, and maybe that could be my fault, because when we ran out of toilet paper, I started buying file
You
folders.
were using folders?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
I thought, ain't nobody going to buy these, man.
File this.
No, you got crap. I mean, you mentioned too, Scott, that you guys were short on yeast or something like that back in the day.
Yeah,
like
minced onion. We couldn't find minced onion.
Really?
Yeah, it was really weird. It's really weird.
Well, you can, in fact, some people are selling grape nuts online up to like $15, $20 a box.
That doesn't surprise me. Which is weird, because I can go to My King Supers here and I can find
Still
a box.
got 'em.
Yeah, so it surprises me that we have a shortage, but I wonder if it's just different parts of the United States
And
that has it.
And
Yeah,
that
could
could
be.
entirely be.
Which makes you wonder how the whole infrastructure is set up in that kind of way.
The system.
The system.
I have never sat and deeply thought about what kind of distribution is set up for grape nuts.
Well, yeah.
And why in the hell are they called grape nuts? There's no nut, there's no grape in it.
Yeah, but it's got a crunch of a nut, that's for sure.
Yeah, it makes it.
Crunchy nuts.
It's back to rabbit syphilis. That's right. But hey, Scott's been running crazy lately, and just if you see a long-haired crazy dude in a beaver vest out front with the gator tail in the back in your backyard, it's because you called him and you asked for it.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, that's it.
And you'll be happy.
No, you
I
definitely
leave.
will. But I know it's a busy time. Things are gonna be going crazy, and this is when it gets exciting for me, because he comes back with all the stories of what happened each day.
Oh, yeah.
Which is incredible. But
Hey, before we bail out of here, man,
please go.
Let's give a shout out to Courtney.
Please do.
Courtney, this girl this morning that, man, I was in the drive-thru to get my coffee, and I could see this gal behind me, and I don't know, man, something in my gut just told me, Brian, that you need to do something for this gal. And my coffee shop, man, these girls all know me in there. The guys too, man, great people. They love me to death. And I told the gal at the window, I said, hey, man, I want to pay for this gal's drink behind me. And I says, I want you to tell her that the critter getter said everything's going to be okay. And she put an Instagram message on there that, listen, I did what I was supposed to do. I felt it in my heart, and I did it. And we come in this morning, and my wife told me, you got to check this out. You guys got here, we played it, and I mean, there was a somber quietness that went over us. The little things. Listen, I know we're putting our stuff on Facebook, and man, there's some great positive messages. But when you're out and about, man, say something or do something to make a difference. So, Courtney, I know you're going through hard times, and girl, we feel you. We all are. But I'm glad I was able to bless you this morning and tell you that everything's going to be okay. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Hope is still here, man.
Absolutely.
Hope is still here. Hope is still here. So, Courtney, here's to you, man. Keep it real.
No, we started this podcast by talking about, what a difference you can make.
Right.
In word and deed. And this was just a great example of it. We all need to take that upon ourselves. Go out there and make some happy. Make each person that you encounter feel better than they did when you ran into them.
Come on now.
It's not that hard to do. And if we all do that, we're healing this place.
Yeah, we are.
We're healing it.
Yeah, we are.
So, man, I appreciate you, brother, for doing it. And everyone take it upon yourselves. Do random acts of kindness constantly.
Yes.
And be sure to check out Cisco MWE for all your wildlife needs. As we said, things are starting to get a little bit crazy out there. The animals are starting to breed.
Whoop, whoop.
They're trying to find those places.
It's breeding season, baby.
And that's it. It's just, he gets a little giddy.
Yeah, that's my world.
You can smell it in the air, but if you're smelling it in your backyard, call us.
Yeah, I don't recommend you do it.
But check out Cisco MWE. You can find answers there. The Mike in the Mountain website, we update that all the time. Each week I feature a new artist of the week and put up information on them. And you can find that again at the mikeinthemountain.com, as well as some of the crazy videos we put together and all that on our Facebook pages. It continues to roll on, and y'all stay crazy out there. Keep it under control. And remember, educate, understand, and respect. Peace.
We need to do another Facebook Live, man. That was That was a blast.
Oh, I can't wait to do it live
we
again.
got to do that again.
No, every
We gotta
month.
do that again.
Every month.
No, you guys want to hear some crazy story about some good news that's still going on? The heart of the people, if you will.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard, but somewhere down in, I want to say Libya, Texas, an H-E-B grocery store ended up suffering from a power outage while they were in the middle of, processing people for grocery stores. Power went out. And most of these days, people have credit cards. The HEB management and the whole staff team just let people through. Just take the foods.
Wow.
Time of crisis right now. You guys
Right
take what
on.
you need. And the effect just follow through to the people of the feel-good, help people, because you
Yes.
see elderly people being helped in the parking lot, trying to load up their stuff and all that. I mean, it's out there. I mean,
You
what's
just
really-
plant a seed.
Well, and here's the deal, man. When you do that, I was not expecting nothing.
Oh, I know.
I had no expectations. And for me to get home and Jackie tell me, you got to watch this. And then to show you guys, that's where the blessing was, man. That's where it come back was on me, man.
the smallest actions, man, can have
littlest things.
drastic effects in the
Littlest
greatest
things, man.
ways.
No, it just shows we all have the power. Plant those seeds.
Yes.
Plant them.
Absolutely.